Welcome, everyone. I'm Barbara Joseph, and I'm coming to you from Central Maine. It's been pretty wintry here, and even though the temperatures are cold, we all get to gather from the warm comfort of our homes. So thanks for tuning in. I'm being joined by a variety of colleagues, Ann Brienza from New Hampshire, Lori Jones from South Carolina, Suzanne Steele from New Hampshire, Bob Stallalonis and Angie Patino from Southern Maine. I think I've covered everybody. And we're excited because we live what we feel is an inspired approach to life. And we'd like to share that with you because we're passionate about it and we want to make a difference in the world. So we're partnered with a company called Nikken, Japanese Health Research Institute, and that gives us an advantage. We get to enjoy increased vitality, and who wouldn't want to have that? We also have a way where we can multiply our time and money and have a lifestyle that we all desire and deserve. And we can create meaningful change. And we are part of a community of purpose-driven people. And I really love being a trendsetter. And that is for health, for purpose, and for passion. So the reality is that there's a lot of lifestyle challenges that take place and get in the way of that kind of happening. And most people go from their home to their job and they get caught up in that loop. And I'm pretty sure everybody's familiar with it, what it's like to feel like you're juggling so many activities and that there's a lot of stress. And it seems like there's just never enough time. And when that's happening, it can lead to lack of sleep, which brings on a whole other host of challenges. So, Anne?
Not only are there challenges from our own personal situations, but we face environmental toxins, challenges that we have no control over, but can helpfully change in the sense that we can change the effects that they have upon us. There are challenges, environmental toxins in our water, in our air, the nutritional or lack of nutritional items that we take in. There are toxicities in wavelengths, and we face challenges with technologies that help us improve our lives in one sense, but challenge our bodies in another. And then in our homes themselves, there are many paints, outgases, fabrics, materials that are toxic to our bodies.
Thank you. And Angie? You might have to unmute, Angie.
Obviously, all of these stresses cause health challenges, and one of the most prevalent one is childhood diabetes. That used to be considered an older person's disease, and now it's prevalent in schools and young children. And same with heart conditions and cancer. These are all things that really stress the body and cause diseases and conditions that really affect all generations at this point in time.
Thank you. And Lori?
All of these things in our lives have an effect on us. So one small change that we make either positively or negatively can have an enormous impact on each one of us. So that's what we call the ripple effect. So if you're doing something positive, it doesn't only affect you, it will affect the people around you as well. So a positive or negative, and it has an enormous impact.
So what's so wonderful is that there was a man who had a vision and he wanted to make an impact firstly in his own life and the life of his family, but he also had a bigger vision of how to create a healthier world. And he had this philosophy of humans being more, how each human being could be the best they could be by having what he called the 5 pillars of health. And it's about having balance in your life. And what would it be like if you had a mind that was at peace, that was also inspired and excited, and a body that was healthy, fit, and active, and a family that was healthy and that the family had quality time together, which I know if we go back to that first slide, that doesn't always happen in this day and age. And also that most people want to contribute to society, and how could they effectively do that, which means having energy and time and also finances so that they could be able to contribute and be a contributor to the better of our world. So Anne?
Well, one of the basic missions of Nikken is to have a healthy world. And what they've done is they've replicated nature in the sense that we can bring nature into our homes using new innovative technologies that are solutions to all areas of life in a natural way. They improve the quality of our life in sleeping, breathing, drinking our water, any physical challenges that we may have, and also in nutritional support. And all of these areas help our bodies be at peak, at the best they can possibly be, which we call the Nikken Health Advantage.
And I know that you take advantage of that because you're very active and an avid skier. Is that correct?
That's correct. I'm going tomorrow.
Wonderful. Okay, Angie.
Yes, life is all about energies, and obviously essential is self-explanatory. It's necessary for life. And it's important for us to have good quality air, the energy of the sun, the energy of the earth, and the water. And it's very interesting to observe that the body has a magnetic field and the earth has a magnetic field, and they complement or match each other. And it's important for us to bring that together so that we can combat the stress and the toxins and all that we've been talking about that affect our bodies. So this is beautiful to put together to help our bodies be the best that we can be.
So everybody always feels better being outside, and I know that you are also very active and outdoors with walking and playing golf, correct?
Yes, and cross-country skiing.
Lovely. So what if we could bring these energies into our home? Would you talk about that, Lori?
Absolutely. A lot of people don't realize the things in your home are toxic. And so what we have is an entire wellness home. Everything from the water to what you sleep on. We not only have the toppers, but we've got the pillows and the pillowcases and the blankets. We also have, when you're walking inside, you're not getting that natural energy that the earth gives off. So we have insoles, we have air purifiers, we have things for your shower, and the supplements are amazing. So they keep all of these things work together in our wellness home. So it's like a greenhouse effect, like a plant, and that way we can thrive.
Would you just share one very quick favorite product experience for yourself?
I'd have to go with, at this point, the KVB, which is one of our supplements, and it is a replacement shake for a meal or two. And people use it to gain weight. Some people use it to lose weight, and some people use it to maintain their weight. So right now, for the first time in my life, I'm actually maintaining my weight. And I've lost a lot of weight, a lot of sizes, and I'm just a different person. And I feel so healthy and energetic every day.
Fabulous. And the beautiful thing about the Wellness Home is the products do work synergistically, but everyone can start somewhere and then just keep building upon it because it actually addresses every single area of life that is critical for well-being. So Bob, let's move on to the economic challenges that people have.
Well, we mentioned stress, and this is certainly an area that is stressful for many, many people. I'm sure either you personally or someone you know has had some of these challenges. Back in 2008, when the economy really tanked, several things happened. Not only were people adversely affected in terms of their savings, but also corporations became more open to having part-time people, and they wanted to avoid paying long-term benefits and things of that nature. So things really changed dramatically. Also, you can see that the level of satisfaction of most workers is extremely low. Over 75% are not really happy in their jobs. People coming out of college, some of them have debt equivalent to a mortgage. So all those things come together, whether it's concern for people that are older about retirement funds or just the general cost of living. Clearly, taxes have been in the news substantially during election time and now. So all of these things work on us to create stress and discomfort. But fortunately, there's some good news. If you slide to the next one, the gig economy is evolving, and that's a freelancing approach where people can either supplement or have full-time careers where they really have much greater control over their destiny. And Nikken is certainly in this group, and you'll hear more about that, but certainly companies like Airbnb, Uber are well known for this. Just the idea that you can go out and use technology to leverage it and allow you to make an income without necessarily dealing with some of the challenges of being an employee in today's economy.
And I believe this is the first time that really has been mainstream and available to everyone and anyone. So Suzanne, can you expand on that a little bit?
Sure. We do have 3 models here on this screen, and we do keep them simple, focused, and very easy to follow. You have a retail model, a franchise, and then the network model. And Nikken plays in all 3 of these. It's up to that individual person if they want to participate in any 1, 2, or all 3. In the retail model, you're offering these wonderful wellness home solutions to people, and you're gathering customers, and that will create this additional income. From a franchise model, you're actually looking to partner with other people and create a team, so you're leveraging your time more than just a traditional retail model. And then this network model, the last one, you're thinking definitely bigger picture. You want to create wellness homes not only in your community, you want to think about creating wellness homes across the globe and the impact of that. And by doing so, you're going to be creating financial wealth, time freedom, and partnering with a whole group of incredible entrepreneurs.
I think that brings it back to that first slide where the bullet points are, trendsetters in health, because we have this whole wellness home concept, and that we have a purpose. We want to recondition people so that they know that there's a healthy solution, and from that, strengthening one's finances, not just for themselves, but for others.
And so there are some business advantages that we offer that have been mentioned already. The tax benefits. We're starting a new year, new tax code. How can you maximize that? Well, you can by having a home-based business. It is easy to start. It does integrate into your life, whether you are working part-time, full-time, or you just choose to include this into your life. You can do this wherever you go, and there is no limit. There's no glass ceiling like there is in traditional business or jobs.
And since it's about people, which is what Lori's going to tell us about, it really enriches lives. Lori?
It impacts everyone. It doesn't just impact you. Being in Nikken has impacted my family in such a positive way, and it actually inspires others. You promote a worthy cause. People don't realize why they're sick sometimes, and some people don't realize that there are solutions. We make a difference every day, every person. Every time I receive a check from Nikken, I know those are people that their lives have changed for positive, for good. And so we grow personally. We work together with entrepreneurs, like-minded people, and we have lots of different advantages. There are scholarships that are available. We have financial independence. You have freedom that you normally wouldn't have. It's the Nikken lifestyle advantage. It's all around.
Well, that got a really big smile out of me because it feels wonderful to be involved and live that. Bob?
As mentioned earlier, the ripple effect, the positive steps that we take can have a substantial impact on our well-being. And if we continue to do that, leverage some of these technologies that we spoke about, doing purpose-filled work, making a difference in the world, all of that is going to affect us in a positive way, and we'll be humans being more. We can be vibrant, active. I have grandchildren. I want to continue to, I'm 69 years old, and I want to continue to be active for many years to come. But those decisions have to be made. The alternative, we know that, the statistics talked about that, the levels of obesity, diabetes, illness, and so forth, some of those can be addressed through a healthier lifestyle. So it's a choice people need to make, whether they want to go with that active, really health-based approach, or whether they're going to allow themselves to kind of end up in a situation where they're not going to have a lot of choices.
And that's why we're so passionate, because we want to let people know that they have a choice, right, Anne?
Well, especially with the new year, 2018, here's an opportunity to make the choice to begin a new story, a new success story, either for you personally as a customer of Nikken, to get on the page of wellness and do something about it, or to possibly have a part-time gig and want to share it with others and create a side gig that will give you some economic advantage. Or you may want to make it bigger and become a consultant in our group, be part of a worthy cause like we have decided to do. Whatever you decide to do, just begin for the new year.
Wonderful. Just begin. So, Suzanne.
So Barbara showed us this wheel at the beginning, or towards the beginning. So looking at this, do you have one or two areas that may be out of balance in your life right now? Have you seen or heard something here tonight that might help you get back into balance? Or maybe you're already thinking of a few people that you know and care about who could benefit. Living a life in balance, what does that look like for you? And we hope that tonight you've seen something that can help get that balance back, or maybe bring it to your life for the first time.
And I believe that everyone on this call was invited and made a choice to discover and then begin to live. And as you can tell, we're very passionate about sharing. So thank you all very much for joining us, and we look forward to answering your questions and getting you started.
I'd like to add something, Barbara. This is Kramer here. One of the wonderful business benefits that we haven't brought up, that I've begun to think about lately, is the legacy that we can create and the possibility with our Nikken business of being able to pass it on to our children, grandchildren, or I suppose whoever we want to.
That's a wonderful thing to have included. Thank you very much, Mrs. Kramer. We have a lot to offer. Thank you.
You're welcome.